First, you want to say massive RIP to Kobe. It is his death anniversary today. He's passed away 6 years ago.
And his daughter.
And his daughter too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. 6 years has flown. You know, he had such a big impact on the sport. We're going to do a video on what NBA players reflecting on the legacy of Kobe Bryant after his death. So I think it's a nice little tribute to Kobe. Massive RIP. He's done so much for the sport. A shame we couldn't finish his career.
He left a legacy behind, which many are looking up to.
And yeah, reloading, you're right. RIP to the people in the helicopter in general, the pilot, etc.
Yeah.
Everyone in that tragic incident. Very, very sad. So let's get into the video, guys.
Kobe meant a lot to me growing up. I had both jerseys, 8 and 24 growing up. I feel like I studied his footwork game because I respected his. I think it's top 2 of all time.
Oh, top 2.
But I mean, that's tough, man. You know, I was on the way to the arena when I got the news.
So sad.
I just sent my prayers to his family. You know, you just hate to see what happened to him and his daughter. You just hope the world will give the Bryant family all the support they need.
Was it difficult coming out here to play today because of the news?
At first, it was a little difficult. Couldn't focus at first. You know, one of the greatest taken away from us too soon. But his impact will forever be a part of this game. He's a legend. Legends never die, so I mean, he will forever be remembered.
He's obviously one of the hardest workers the game's ever seen, one of the greatest players the game's ever seen, and he's also a great father. You know, I really don't know what to say, man. You know, it was hard for me to play today. I'm just glad we got the win.
Do you have a favorite moment or maybe an interaction you had with Kobe that kind of stands out with you?
I didn't meet him until my rookie year, but I mean, just growing up, I mean, he's on the TV all the time. You know, everybody wants to be Kobe, shooting shots in the trash can, you know, when you're a little kid in school yelling Kobe. So
Kobe!
I mean, his influence on everybody is, you know, tremendous.
Oh, this is such a difficult subject for them. Like, he looks like he's going to break down just having the conversation. And I'm not surprised, you know, he was a legend to a lot of people. Even us in the UK, we wasn't watching basketball back then. Like, NBA is not big in the UK at all. And
no, but everyone knew who Kobe was, though.
Even us felt it here in the UK. Like, we knew, you know, a legend passed away, basically. And it was a really, really tough day, even though we don't watch the sport. So I can't even imagine for, you know, big fans of the sport and, you know, his colleagues and players and stuff, it must have been really difficult. And the more we watch Kobe, the more we've been into the NBA, the more we realize, wow.
How great he is.
How great, how impactful, and how bad this was, you know, really.
We got it, I think, as I was walking into the arena. So, again, just for me being from LA and growing up watching him and being a Laker fan growing up and just what he did for the culture of basketball for so many years, and not only that, but for the world. It's a sad day. I guess in my heart, Kobe would want us to beat the Celtics, so that was a good win. But man, just so much prayer to him and his family. Just to find peace in this situation, I couldn't imagine. My first game back home, my rookie year, I got 6 stitches. Bit on the pump fake, and he elbowed me. Yeah, I mean, that was like my first Kobe experience. You know what I'm saying? So to
Kobe
be able to
experience.
Kobe
that,
I love that.
There's also another one here where I think he tore his rotator cuff and shot that fadeaway left-handed. I think I told Frank on the bench that, like, I was sitting looking directly at it, and he just turned around with his left hand. It was amazing, man. So yeah, he'll be missed.
I mean, I was shocked, especially when one of our legends passed away like that. It's always makes everybody wake up in the world and be more appreciative of things that we have around. He was a role model for me growing up. I think he was for a lot of people. Shooting the paper in the trash can, we always say Kobe. The fadeaways on the basketball floor, you yell Kobe. So he was a big inspiration for a lot of people growing up.
Where were you when you found out? Were you on the way here? Were you already here?
Yeah, I was walking out my house and my brother told me. And you hear stories all around. We didn't want to believe it was true.
It's tragic.
When we got here, we pretty much knew.
say a few things. You know, obviously today is a really tough day for a lot of people, and basketball is not really that important. On behalf of the league and the Suns and our players,
He was
our
only
thoughts and
41,
prayers
that's
are with
sad.
Kobe's family, and that's the deal right now. Everything else really doesn't matter, and I'm not going to, you know, take any questions. Basketball is not that important right now. I hope you guys respect that and are okay with that. But we just want to be careful with our words. I certainly want to be careful with the things I say. I just, as a statement, just deeply saddened by what's happened. And that's all I got.
First of all, on a very emotional day for you, Trey, give us some of your thoughts coming out here on the court.
Congratulations on the win. Man, today was a tough day to play basketball. I mean, my condolences go out to Vanessa and the Bryant family. It's a tough day to play. I just want to go out and play for him.
For this game ourselves, back on January 10th, we had a tough day up in Washington, D.C., a game you guys thought you should have won. So how much was that on your mind as we go and have a 47-point second quarter? That's the biggest quarter the Hawks have had in 23 years, man.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's all those numbers and stuff is cool. What we did up there wasn't. I mean, we felt like we should have got a win, but man, we didn't play. We didn't have a lot on our mind besides Kobe.
I feel like, you know, the guy, the Suns guy who was in the interview last time, he kind of said he basically said, let's not talk basketball because something so big happened. Like, that's beyond basketball. And I feel like Trey here wanted to keep it about Kobe, and the guy was asking about the performance of the game. I feel like on this day, no one's thinking about basketball.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, he's probably they're all just playing with a
They're
blank mind.
emotional, they're overwhelmed, they're trying to accept what's happening.
In shock.
Yeah. So their brain is just focusing on Kobe.
Trust me, they're not thinking about basketball.
Their brain's probably not working either.
They're just,
they're trying to
like
accept what's happening.
They've just been playing on autopilot, like their brain's just blank.
Yeah, like
really
they're
about
thinking
the
like, is this real? Has this actually happened?
It's insane.
Yeah.
And everybody in the accident, we just wanted to go out and play hard, had that Mamba mentality, and go out and play hard. That's all that was on our mind.
And obviously, being close to the family, and this is such a tough situation for the entire sports world. It's a global story, but I know for you personally, because you guys had such a great personal relationship.
Yeah, we were starting to build a really good relationship. I mean, I talked to him a couple of times. I mean, he's only been to 3 games this year, and 2 of them were ours. His daughter was a big fan of mine, man. It's a crazy day to play basketball. Man, I don't have a lot to say.
You know, I've known Kobe since he was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I was 16. Playing AAU basketball. And we go through 18 years of competing and talking junk and about to fight each other and congratulating each other and hating each other, enjoying each other in 18 years. And it's tough to pick one. And you know, I don't want to disappoint you when I come up with one, but I mean, one of the ones is, I think, playing against him for the last time, I want to say in Memphis, our last battle. Just remember talking with him during and after, because we didn't have a lot of conversation during the game often, and if it wasn't friendly. Even though we played against each other, and that's what I enjoyed, and that's just what it was. But I think just talking to him, and just, you know, I remember asking him, was he ready to retire? He's like, he's ready. You know, and I was like, how are you going to handle it? You know, after 20 years of doing something, you know, how do you handle it? He's like, I'll be okay. He's ready, and he said he's going to figure out. Move forward to when we had a conversation in New Jersey after the game. Kind of revert back to that conversation, and I was like, how is it? He's like, he was the happiest he's been and getting the opportunity to see his kids, his girls grow up, helping his daughter figure out the game and understanding how he understood it. And you can see that in her game at a young age. And the next thing we talked about was, he asked me if I was ready. And it was if I was ready to handle it. I was just, I'm back and forth with it all the time. And he's like, you'll enjoy it. It's peaceful. And he said that's when he said he was at his happiest. And he said, we'll connect soon and we'll talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? All the people from, where I'm from. And, for him to tell me that, in his book, I'm an all-star and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that, I talked about the popularity contest before, and you don't win things like that, when you're me. So for him to say that, I didn't need to be selected, anymore. Because I was an all-star, you feel me? It's not just my family knows the guy.
Yeah, I didn't know
that's
it was
tough,
real.
man.
He has such an impact.
I had to look it up for myself.
That's rough.
I was heartbroken for his family. Being a father, it's, my stomach was hurting. It still is hurting. So I just, there's nothing that you can say to make it better, but certainly, praying for him and his family, and it's just so tragic. So it's not. It was tough today. It was definitely tough. I've had a relationship with him, and he's been nice enough to, take his time. It took his time out and showed me things, would text me, the message that he sent me, and so it was tough.
It's tough. It's tough. Kobe's a guy who's impacted, so many lives and so many basketball players, around the world. And, to hear the news, about him and his daughter today it's tough, for everyone. It's just sad, yeah.
I think it's extremely hard. You just realize that what we do is just not very important, really, when you think of the grand scheme of thing in life. And, we had a guy that lost his life along with his daughter that meant the world to everybody, really. Everybody here, he's affected in some way. And, it's just really tough. You would normally be very excited about a win like this. You beat a really good basketball team and a team that beat you by 35 a week and a half ago, and it's just not there, really, guys. To be honest with you, it's just not there. I don't know how you're supposed to handle it. Obviously we're happy we won the game, but the first thing that I thought about when I walked through the doors was him and his wife, him and his daughter, and then you think about Vanessa and what she must be going through, and it's just a real hard day for everybody, I think. And I've seen guys, and I've seen social media things, and it's affected everybody, not just in this country, but around the world.
But
it's tough. Kobe was an icon. He was someone that growing up as a kid, you always mirrored, and you always wanted to be like. I got to compete against him a couple times, and actually get to talk to him, and just be around. And the aura he gave off was just greatness. It was tough to hear. It was tough to go out there and play. Just praying for his family, praying for the other family that was on there. And, it's tough. Everything. Going out in Lower Merion and watching them games it was nothing like it. Kobe was a different breed. It's only Mike and Kobe.
What's in your heart right now?
It's tough question.
Sick. It was just a heartbroken feeling. I had a lot of calls, just people checking in. it was tough, man. For the game, I shed a tear for him. Probably when I go home, when I'm by myself, just thinking about him and his family. Just it's the impact he had on the game, impact he had on my life from a distance. It meant so much to me.
When you think about him and the two things he combined, the best was his competitiveness and his ability to be a great teammate. How rare is that, and can people learn from that, even though he's gone now?
This guy's mourning, and this guy's got some long questions.
Now's not the time.
My head will like, what'd you say?
Keep the questions short.
Like, I'm mourning right now. Can't you see?
Yeah, it's wild. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's difficult to even say that, Kobe, somebody said to me earlier, Superman's not supposed to die, and to us he was Superman.
Just how accessible he was. My first All-Star game in 2014, I think it was, I sat next to him pretty much the whole game. I didn't play a lot, and he was hurt, but he was on the team. And on the bench, he just was, just dropping so much knowledge on me and just kind of comforting me. Like, when you get out there, just shoot. Be confident. You belong here. You could have been here last year. Just his words meant so much to me in that time. And after that game, he was just like, keep in touch. And
nice. He was a good leader.
I was kind of nervous to even reach out to him or anything like that, but I did. And just how he always got back to me. He always had encouraging things to say and honest things to say. And we just kind of developed a friendship from there. So it's just sad, because I didn't take, the friendship and my access to him for granted, but I just wish I would have taken more advantage of it and said more. Just because you don't expect things like this to happen. You don't expect it to happen so fast. And, it seemed like he was, starting to do really, really well post-career. So for it to just come to an end like that is, it's really sad and really unfortunate, man. I don't even know how we supposed to play this game tonight. It's just one of those things that make you sick to your stomach. It's disturbing.
I'm surprised that the NBA games on the day
I'm shocked as well.
or even the week. Like, it's put a lot. Look how it's affected the players, and they're just like running games. Guys, did games get cancelled?
Performance as well.
Did any games get cancelled at all, or was it like no, just carry on? Like, what was the sitch with the NBA at the time?
And it's bigger than just our heroes and people we looked up to dying. It's deeper than that. So it's painful and. It still seems like it's not real. So I don't even think everybody's, true emotions have kicked in yet, because it doesn't seem real.
Everything, the conversations we had during games, I got to sit down and talk with him at the ESPYs a few years ago. So I was there as well. And just his hunger for basketball, his knowledge for the game was unbelievable. So I would always pick his brain about work ethic and stuff. And one of the things that I'm most proud of is he gave a quote for Slam magazine when I was on the cover, and I didn't know he was going to do it. So I thought that was cool.
That's cool.
But it's just a really sad time for the basketball community and the world outside of that, to have to mourn his loss. A tragic loss that just kind of catches people off guard. I think is devastating, and something that I don't think we'll ever come back from.
Was it in a way nice to just play basketball, just have some normalcy?
Man, it sucks, man, because there's no time to mourn. And I mean, me personally, I'll be all right, but like his people that played with him, like his real close friends, like Trevor played with him, Melo, like they're really good friends. Kyrie, that was like his main mentor.
Yeah.
It's tough because we got games every other day. They'll never really truly be able to mourn and just kind of like step away. So it's
see, that's what I'm saying. They didn't have time to mourn or nothing. They was just carrying on the games. Like, such a legend passed away who's had such impact on everyone in the NBA, not just selective teams. Everyone.
I get I understand you can't cancel games, but at least postpone them to
man,
shift them forward or something like that.
Just give them like a couple of days.
Because wouldn't you think it will affect the players and how they perform?
No, they're all traumatized from it. Clearly.
Sad to understand and know that, but we just gotta try to support each other the best we can.
Wow. That was a very difficult video to not shed a tear to, if I'm honest. That was really tough to watch. But R.I.P. Kobe. What a legend. Yeah, anything you want to say on that topic?
I mean, he entertained the world. He inspired many. He's definitely left a legacy behind, and he will never, ever be forgotten.
Yeah, that's the beauty of what he's done.
Yeah.
Never going to be forgotten.